What's up, guys? So today we're going to be reacting to another Asmongold video. So this video is about Activision Blizzard supposedly having a patent about putting human souls into video game NPCs. Now, this might sound really weird, but I guess what it means is like putting our brain, the data in our brain, into computers, pretty much. This is kind of similar to, like, if you guys read Sword Art Online or watch the anime, this is kind of similar to Floodlights. The idea of it is similar to Floodlights in Alicization arc, basically. So I'm gonna be honest. This kind of thing excites me. I know this is a hot take. I know, like, there's gonna be a lot of repercussions for something like this. Like, look at AI now. There's a lot of bad things going on about AI, but personally, I look into the good things. Like, it's really, really exciting. This is just my personal take. You might disagree with me, but if you weigh the good and the bad, I think more good can realistically come out of this. So it's like Floodlights, basically, or that one episode in Black Mirror, where, you know, when they die, their brain, all the data in their brain gets uploaded into the cloud. Then they can relive their lives there permanently, pretty much, or until the server shut down. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, and I'm interested to see what people's take on this are, especially Asmon. So let's go. Let's dive right in.
So this is something I saw today. Apparently, there's a new patent. Take a look at this.
Have you ever thought about becoming an NPC?
Yes.
No. We're not talking about those NPCs. No. We're talking about these NPCs.
That's Miss.
Okay, well, I'll be hanging around the arena grounds if you need someone to worship the ground you walk on. Bye.
What? Oh no! What the fuck? What the hell? Wait, what?
Activision Blizzard has a patent that could have major implications for the future of video games. This patent, approved on June 20th, 2023, is entitled Systems...
Hey, is it high quality already? It's 1080p, okay.
Methods for generating improved on June 20th, 2023 for the future of video games. This patent, approved on June 20th, 2023, is entitled Systems and Methods for Generating Improved Non-Player Characters. This patent details a system in which non-playable characters, or as we know them, NPCs, are refined.
Oh, this is basically simulated AI agents. So there's been a lot of development with this simulated agents recently. Like, there was this article, I mean, that they tested a bunch of AI NPCs. They put them in like a box, basically, in physical representation. But what I mean by that is they put them in a, like, sort of this enclosed environment, and they gave them, like, you know, they gave them personalities, they gave them, like, jobs or daily routines and stuff. And, like, they watched them, like, schedule, like, parties and dates and that stuff. That's really cool. I'm really excited for that. Like, I'm excited for how this affects video games in general, right? Because, like, if you have, like, very smart AI in a video game, that could potentially, like, lead to true infinite content, right? Like, imagine if AI could, like, adapt to the player's moveset and the player's, like that would take a lot of load off of developers. Basically, all they have to do is, like, you know, tweak the AI, tweak how they process information and stuff. I'm not saying it's not like, okay, some people are gonna say this is like the lazy way of doing things, but no, like, you have to think of AI as, like, oh shit, my model. You have to think of AI as this, like, assistive tool that's going to help us improve our lives. That's the way I look at it, at least. So yeah, this is actually pretty exciting.
Artificial intelligence trained on real player behavior and data.
Isn't this fucking badass? This is insane.
See, he thinks the same. Asmund thinks the same. It's insane, man. Like, that's so fucking cool.
Mr. Five, tell us how you feel.
How do I feel? I feel alive!
Oh, wow!
For the longest time, those NPCs would act something like this.
Where's the blood from? It yours?
I'm 100% sure it's not ours. Maybe the intruders?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's probably still going to have this problem, but it will pretend to be a real person.
Yeah. Like, okay, it's gonna be really buggy and like weird at the start, but over time that shit's gonna improve and it's gonna be so fucking cool, man.
But with advancements in machine learning happening at such a rapid pace, they could soon be acting like this.
Oh, the ad. Alright, sure, let's watch the ad.
May over
Let's watch
25
the
protective
ad. The sauce
nutrients,
is not
tulong
bad.
para protektodo ang heart, immunity, energy, at buong katawan.
Alright.
Centrum Advance.
We're thrilled to
I've
showcase
seen
an
this.
immersive and dynamic interaction
This is
between
NVIDIA.
a player Kai and a non-playable character named Jin.
Hey, Jen. How are you?
Unfortunately, not so good.
Uh-oh.
How come?
I am worried about the crime around here. It's gotten bad lately.
The patent was filed by Activision in late 2019, but was just approved in June of 2023.
Oh, wow.
It details how AI tracks and correlates player behavior with game outcomes, responses from other players, and even the degree of player engagement. This data is then used to create or modify NPCs who can then be ported across various games.
Well, you see, Blizzard already kind of did this with the solo, sorry, not solo queue, fucking, what was it called?
So I don't know much about WoW. I'm sure he's gonna talk about WoW, but yeah, I whatever he's gonna say about this, I probably can't relate.
The Arathi Basin against the bots, the Comp Stomp, where you get to play against bot players. So this is clearly something that they were trying to do a long time ago. And like obviously,
And I think Blizzard isn't the only one. I'm pretty sure Blizzard isn't the only one. Like, we have Nvidia, that's already confirmed. Like Meta, we have Elon Musk, Tesla. Every big every big name in the the tech industry, even Microsoft, right? All of them, they're investing in AI, and like, we don't know how deep they are. They could have already developed like a fully sentient like AI, and they're just like trying to like how do you smoothen it out, like they're trying to trying to perfect it slowly, right?
AI to where like you can have machine learning for what is the most optimized.
So machine learning isn't a new thing. Machine learning has been a thing. AI itself isn't really new as well, but the thing is, the AI that we have now is like so much different than what we had before. Like, we had machine learning before. You guys remember those like chatbots? Like, I can't. What were the names of? I forgot. I didn't really delve too much, but they were cool. Those chatbots we had, that they would like, they would take information that people say, and then you ask them something, like they reply like a real person pretty much. And now we had ChatGPT, we have all sorts of AI, like this real AI. I would call them now real AI compared to the AI that we had in the past.
This pattern of inputs that's going to cause, a character to be the most efficient. The more data that you have for that, obviously the better you're going to have. Warfronts, exactly. Comstomp bots were unironically really good, though. Ooh, I don't know about that. Anyway, but yeah, I think that this is obviously what companies would want to do.
Or hosted on one or more servers. Now, in order to use this player data, Activision Blizzard has to collect this information.
Right.
Yep.
If you'd like to read Activision Blizzard's privacy policy, I will include a link in the description of this video.
I've got a pretty good feeling that it's included in the privacy policy. I could just pretty much about bet that.
Hold up, here it is right here. By clicking agree, you are also acknowledging that Apple may sew your mouth to the butthole of another iTunes user.
Now, this isn't the only
What the fuck?
That's probably that's probably true.
In the area that Activision Blizzard has expressed interest in using AI either. This New York Times article outlines how Blizzard Diffusion, a cheeky reference to Stable Diffusion, could possibly help developers generate game assets and NPCs as well.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, with the help of AI, like, they can pretty much replace people, and they can do it faster and more efficient once they once they reach a point where they're like good enough to do that. Like right now, there's a lot of AI art and stuff. They're not really, how do I say it? They're not up to standard. Some of them are really, really good, but you can't really customize it to like that exact thing that you want. Not yet, at least. So yeah, like I know some people are gonna have like different takes on this. They don't like how AI is replacing humans, in jobs. But guys, you have to realize, machines have always replaced us since the past. That's always been happening. It's not new, and that's how it's going to be. So you as a human being, you have to find a way to stay relevant. Like, we can't blame machines for like us getting replaced, pretty much. So yeah, this is pretty exciting to me. I'm not saying you should all be excited. You do you, but yeah, I'm just trying to explain my point of view on it.
That's what they're gonna do. Why do you think? Well, like, of course they're gonna do this because it's a useful tool that allows them to make content faster.
Exactly. That's what I just said. See, that's what I just said, guys. It's a very convenient tool to help them, pretty much.
It's optimization. Yeah. Duh.
Yep, exactly.
The article. Quote, the internal email about Blizzard Diffusion said it was being used to help generate concept art for game environments, as well as characters and their outfits. It also mentioned possible tools for autonomous, intelligent in-game NPCs, procedurally assisted level design, and AI-assisted voice cloning, game coding, and anti-toxicity. However, Activision Blizzard is far from the only company in the AI NPC conversation.
Oh, every game is going to have this.
Exactly, every game.
Guys, it's only a matter of time.
Yep.
It's only a matter of time. Every fucking game is going to have some form of AI where like the NPCs are interacting with you and they have lifelike components to them. 100% fucking %. It's going to be lit. Yeah. Well, because it's a more immersive and it's a better experience and it's more comprehensive. So it's just common sense that they're going to try to do this. I think this is great, personally.
Yep.
Because it makes the games better. I mean, I don't even know why somebody would be unhappy about this. I think it's going to make the games a lot better. Now, it doesn't mean that actually, whenever I say every single game, I don't mean every single game. Actually, now let me just go back and fucking clarify that. There will always be games that this is not the case for. However, I think it will become more and more common. Could the AI be to stop min-maxing? Well, I don't know. I can't wait for AI powered.
It could. AI could potentially. So here's the thing. AI probably won't stop min-maxing, but it could stop metagaming. Imagine if AI could always adjust to like the current meta. There are like some negative implications there, but they could like always fine-tune it, like, right? Like every 3 months the AI will like, take all the information they've learned, and I don't know, it depends on the developers how they're gonna do it, but of course, they have to do it in a way that's not annoying, because if you like try to build something today and then tomorrow it's useless, that would be so annoying as a player. But what I would like to see actually is like how the AI would like react. Like let's say in an action game, if you're trying to defeat this boss, like if you've defeated, if let's say in span of a week, players have killed this boss like 1,000 times. And then the following week, it gets harder and harder. That would be so freaking cool. And I don't mean harder and like, increased stats. Not like that. Harder as in the way it like interacts. What if, what if the AI can dodge our attacks and that shit? That would be so fucking cool. But again, like, this is all like in theory. We don't really know how it's gonna play out eventually until we test it as players.
Baldur's Gate 4, yeah, there you go. I'm not excited for the testing phase of 5 years where the tech plays like shit. Well, how about the testing phase of right now of 10 years where the tech is played like shit? I don't really see the difference personally.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, the testing phase is always gonna be shit. Like, it's never gonna be perfect at first. Let's just hope that we're still alive by the time that it does get perfected.
Some fuckers will cry on Twitter, or our jobs, writers will lose jobs. Fucking, what? The thing is, like, listen, if the game is better, like, ultimately, whenever you say the customer is always right, it means the customer as a collective. And if you deliver a better product, the customer will expect that better product. It doesn't matter which person at the company who it's at the expense of. If you're delivering a better product, people are going to want that better product.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if, you know, we're hiring AI now, we're using more AI than humans. If we are delivering a better product, then it's what it is. And like what I said, it's not, you can't blame technological advancement for like becoming irrelevant in life. That is your responsibility, 100%. You have to like find a way to stay relevant. There's a lot of things you can do. You can learn new skills, like run a business. There's a lot of things you can do, guys.
It's literally that simple. So yeah, I think that that's what's going to happen with a lot of these things. On the code, Mr. Writer 08. Well, no, the thing is that, like, again, I've said many times, nobody is entitled to a job. I think that people should have a universal basic income, but it is not up to a company whose primary responsibility is to create a product and produce money and revenue. It should not be the company's responsibility to keep people's jobs on life support whenever they have been, you know, outdated by some other way.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you can't just blame other people or technological advancement for losing your job. It's not their fault. It's probably yours. Like, you're probably not trying to improve yourself. You're not like preparing yourself for what's to come.
This is just it's a backwards way of looking at things. How is it the company's responsibility? It's fucking government's responsibility.
True.
Look at the government, not the company. That's what I think. Anyway, the point is that whenever you have technology like this, like, imagine if you could play with a character that was an AI waifu in a video game, and she was your companion for the game, and she was hot. I think for a lot of people, that would improve their gaming experience.
Exactly. I would love that.
Improve their gaming experience tremendously.
Yep.
So
I would love that.
And that's what really matters, right? I mean, at the end of the day.
My favorite snacks is something like, you know,
donuts.
This will take a long time to have it
NVIDIA recently stunned with its demo of NVIDIA Ace and its AI capabilities.
To evolve all players, for example.
Man, I'm so sorry.
It's real-time mind change. Oh my god. Okay, let's go and see what happens.
Yeah, let's try it.
It might still be kind of because it's in the same session. It's in the same session.
Oh my god,
I'm not sure it will
so
completely
laggy.
change. It usually changes in a new session, but let's try.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
What's this?
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna talk.
What are your favorite snacks?
My favorite snacks are donuts.
Any
questions about the
Wow. Oh, there you go.
Way.
Wow.
But as these machine learning algorithms and models strive to create more human-like interactions, will there be a human cost associated with it?
Of course there is. This is the same thing we've been talking about earlier. There's always a human cost, and it is what it is. We can't change that. Like, I would trade. People are gonna hate me for this, but I would gladly trade that for like life improvement, basically.
Absolutely. There will 100% be a human cost.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another ad. Okay, let's watch it. Oh my god, it's 2 ads. Okay. Alright. Okay. To my non-Filipino viewers, I'm sorry that you're gonna be watching these Filipino ads. I don't really eat McDonald's. Oh my god, it's this. Oh my god, another lewd ad. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh no! Get the ×2, get the ×2. No, no, get the ×2, you idiot. There we go. Get the 3, get the 3. That's good, that's good. Get the 5, get the 5. No, no! Are you stupid? These stupid ads. They do that on purpose too. Get the 3, get the 5, okay? And then get the 5, get the 5. Okay, get the wait! Oh, okay, that's good actually. No, no, not yet! Oh, you stupid idiot. That's not how you do it. The animations look pretty cool though. Wait, you can do that? Okay. No! Bro, you're 192! Oh my god. Oh my god, these stupid ads. Oh my god. Okay, skip.
Oh, this is still going on.
Oh, the writer's strike, right? Okay.
Some game developers have already expressed concern that AI's impact will have on the gaming industry. While the tools might streamline some of the process, others say it's hard enough to get into the gaming industry as it is.
Oh my god!
All I can say about that is get good, man. I mean, I'm like to me in streaming too, right? Like, I can't complain that no one's watching me. Like, if no one's watching me, it means I'm bad. It is what it is, and I accept the fact that I'm bad.
I don't see why that, like, I think that people that have that perspective are so self-centered, and not in a bad way. It's just a lack of awareness. Is that you do not exist at this company because, you know, it's like you deserve a job.
Yep.
You exist at this company because you serve a function.
Exactly.
And if that function does not exist, neither do you.
Yep.
That's just how it is.
It is what it is, guys. If you're not good enough, why would a company keep you? If someone or something is better than you, it doesn't matter if it's AI. If there's like some other person that's better than you, then the company's going to replace you. It is what it is.
And at the end of the day, you have the consumer is the one that makes that decision. It's actually not the company, and it's not the employee.
Yep.
The consumer makes that decision. They say, this is a better product. We're going to buy this product.
Yep.
And whenever the consumer makes that decision, that the better product is the one that is made with a different system that could be less ethical, well, I don't know. Let's see how Nike and Adidas are doing. Oh, wow. I bet they're making millions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Because the consumer doesn't care. The only thing that matters is the end user and the end product.
So he's using Nike and Adidas as an example because like most of their shoes are now machine made, I believe. Like probably in the past there was a lot more human labor, but now it's like more automated and like machine made basically.
And anything that makes that end user or end product like more disappointing or more like shitty, that's going to, the free market will remove that over time. It will be removed. You see, Adidas is going to sell its Yeezys. What a surprise. So yeah, if you want to guarantee the security of your job, make yourself invaluable to the company. Well, I'm just saying that the point is you're talking about a capitalist model that includes the consumer when really the capitalist model we have now sees the consumer as serfs and entities that are there to increase their profit. The consumer is a serf and the consumer is an entity. But even Caesar realized that you need bread and circuses. And guess what? I bet the bread and circuses at the Colosseum were the best bread and circuses in town. And that's why people went there, and that's why he was the fucking emperor. That's the point. Like, I understand what you're saying, but people are going, like, it's just simply the companies that are willing to do things that will increase the quality of the product will be the ones that will succeed.
Yep.
It's like, what are we talking about? It's common sense.
Yep, it's common sense.
Companies will be replaced too. I mean, maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess like we don't really know what the future holds, but the thing is, it's a trend. It's a proven trend that machines will eventually replace us humans, basically. I'm kind of excited about that in a way. Like, this might sound like, you know, like a utopian future kind of thing, but in a way that, you know, God has made us imperfect. Like, this is our how do I say this? It's our like turn to play God and like make like humans version 2. And like, what if AI is that, like, you know, humans version 2, and like we can make them as perfect as possible. Like, that could be a possible future. Like, I'm not afraid of that, to be honest, because if we can make better human beings, I think that would be better for the future and all that. But, you know, maybe it's just me. People might see that as crazy, but I'm truly excited for that kind of future, assuming, you know, like no bad things come out of it. But obviously there is like a lot of like negatives to it. You know, we could very well end up with a Terminator ending, right? A Terminator ending is or a Terminator future, rather. A Terminator future is very possible. And yeah, that is truly scary, but we don't know. We don't know how things are gonna go. So we'll just have to see. But overall, I am very excited, very positive for something like this. Like, it has all my support, basically.
So in essence, you're quite right. I think so. So long as there's a demand, people will always supply it. Yeah.
Yep.
And then as soon as one company, because this is the thing, right? Every single company has a fiduciary responsibility to the consumer. If you don't understand this, publicly traded company, the responsibility of the board of directors is to make sure to deliver, you know, like make money for the shareholders.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, it's ironic, right? Because the company actually doesn't exist to serve the customer, but serving the customer is usually the way that the company exists to serve its main function, which is making money for the shareholder.
Yep.
So if the shareholder, well, think about it like this, right? If you have stock in Activision Blizzard, and let's say your stock, you bought stock at $50. This AI technology comes out, and Blizzard doesn't use it. And then let's say EA does use it. Mm-hmm. Or Capcom uses it, or Square Enix uses it, and Square Enix's fucking stocks go up, and then Blizzard stocks go down because people aren't going to buy a product that's inferior.
Yep, that's true.
Well, guess what's going to happen? Well, the people that were making the decisions not to go in that direction will be removed, and then people will be replaced. Those people will be replaced with people that will make the decisions. Yeah, because that's how every single company works.
That's how life.
Not every single company. Excuse me.
That's how life works. Like, if you're not good enough, you will be replaced, guys. It is what it is. There's no excuse for that. There's no like, what are we even talking? Why are we even talking about this? Like, if you're not good enough, you'll be replaced, man.
Almost every single publicly traded company. Yeah, it's a free market. Yeah, they have to. Shareholder responsibility. Yeah, that's the fiduciary responsibility. Yeah, people buy inferior products.
I mean, even without this, you know, even if we talk on like a very basic level, let's like go down to like very basic level, not even talking about companies, shareholders, and that stuff. If you like, you know, if let's say a village has like 100 people and they're like 4 leaders, you know, and one leader is assigned to like, you know, what do you say this? He's assigned to like make food. If that leader can't provide food, what are you gonna do? You're gonna replace that person, whether it's gonna be a machine or another person. It doesn't matter, because you are gonna get replaced if you are not doing it as well. So let's just say, okay, maybe he was just performing poorly. Let's say he was only feeding half the population. So that means he's not doing well, right? So like, if there was like, let's say there was a machine that could, or you know, I'm talking in like, how do I say that? I'm talking about this in like representative terms. It's not like it's not a one-to-one thing, but yeah, you will get replaced if you underperform
products all the time. Your assumption is that the consumer is intelligent and educated. No, it's not. My assumption is that the value added by using this technology improves the consumer's experience.
Yep.
The consumer does not have to be intelligent or educated in order to have an experience that is superior. There's no education that's needed.
That's
if you
true.
see content that you're having fun with, that's all you need to see. It's literally a face value vibe check. And if the face value vibe check of an AI waifu is better than something that's coded in there, you're going to have AI waifus and not things that are coded or hard-coded. That's just how it is. That's the point I'm making. Consumer doesn't know what's good for them anyway, so it's all a moot point. Consumer doesn't know what's good for them anyway.
That's not true. Like Asma said, in face value, we know if something is better than the other. That's not true.
I think that's I agree and I disagree. I disagree in this circumstance.
God, we're having a fire sale. Oh, the burning! It burns me. Evacuate
What the
all
fuck?
school children. Ah!
What is
In any
this?
case, once the line is blurred, will the gaming community at large even care?
No.
Would defeating an AI indistinguishable from a human player not feel as satisfying in the long run?
I don't know. I think so.
I get it depends on the AI. You know, like eventually we might we might outsmart them at some point in time, but that's where the updates come in, right? So it still needs like human input to like make the AI better and more unpredictable and stuff.
Oh, I think that PvP games against other players will have a certain level of it will always feel special.
Yeah, I think playing with other players will always be better than playing with AI, but there's PvE and PvP. Like we want to improve the PvE experience as well, right? It's not just PvP.
And how would you feel
I think it
about
depends,
an AI
because people get a lot of satisfaction out of clearing Elden Ring or killing Dark Souls, right? Clearing Dark Souls, and that's just a computer, right? Whether it's I think really the difference is person or not person, and
learned how you played to imbue a program with the essence of you.
I understand what I'm made of, how I'm coded, but I do not understand.
Do you imagine? Think about the ego check of all the people who think that all I need to do is have an AI version of 19 other me's in a raid and will one-shot every boss. Imagine the ego destruction that it would cause if they're able to make AI versions of themselves for 20 players.
I wouldn't do that.
Still can't kill the boss.
That would be so
now
funny.
It's really nobody else's fault. It's the fucking AI is messed up or something.
Understand the things that I feel.
I bet someone will do that, and that'll be so fucking funny and interesting.
Are they real?
I asked these questions to begin a dialogue. What do you think? Would you like to be able to interact with NPCs that could understand you and hold a legitimate conversation?
Hell yeah.
Or is nothing worth the value of your privacy? Let me know in the comments what you think.
Well, talking about privacy, this is such a convoluted topic at this point. Guys, if you are online, if you are anywhere online, if you have any online accounts, your privacy is already compromised pretty much. You already handed over your data. And any minute your data could be stolen or breached, right? It could be hacked. As long as it's online, that means anyone can potentially access it. So it doesn't really matter if they take more of my data, who cares? They're already taking it. What the fuck? It doesn't matter anymore. It is what it is. I'm sure people are imagining me to be have this very dystopian mindset. Eventually in the future, we're all gonna have microchips installed in us and all that stuff. There are advantages. There are also disadvantages, like I said, but I want to see the good in this, guys. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more good that we can find from this than the bad. But again, we will have to see. We don't know how the future might go. We might get a Terminator future. We might not. And yeah, the privacy thing, it's the least you should be worried about in this day and age. The only way that you can protect your privacy is to never ever go online. Never create an online account. But everything is online now. Like, you know, even if you like try to make an account in the bank, your data is online. Even if you don't go through with it online, like people can find out who you are very easily, your personal records and all that stuff.
You think and what you'd like me to do?
Clearly, I mean, you've already signed away your privacy by playing the game.
This is what I'm talking about.
What
see?
privacy are we talking about?
Yep.
The video on next. Until next.
Yeah, we're not there's no privacy anymore. It doesn't exist. It's just a what do I say? How do I say this? It's an illusion that people are still trying to create. There's no more privacy in this day and age, guys.
Next time, I've been Labot, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.
This is the same guy that made the video the other day about that dude at Microsoft. It was a really good video. He made another one, and
I should probably
I'll give it a like and link it to you guys. Makes really great videos that are what's the word for it?
Intellectual.
Topical. There you go.
Okay. Is that even a word? I don't even know what that is.
What job, in your opinion, will be removed because of AI in the game dev industry? I think that environmental design and art will be minimized, because in the same way that like Photoshop has tools that allow you to like multiply efforts, so too does AI and different types of like machine learning algorithms that, like, you know, for example, Unreal 5 has.
Yep.
So like whenever it's easier for you to generate an infinite landscape and then just add in personal touches here and there,
yeah, that would be so much better.
That takes a lot less effort than having to design and program every single blade of grass and every single tree or root.
That's true.
So I think that's probably one thing that'll happen a lot quicker than you'd imagine. But I'm not sure what else is
and
gonna happen.
That's actually good if people are trying to make. I think we're gonna see more open world games once AI like gets to the point that, you know, they can efficiently create like worlds and landscapes. That'd be so fucking good.
I don't know. Remove any busy work will help actual artists. Oh, I think so too. I definitely think so. I think that people should look at AI as a tool and not a replacement mechanism.
Yep, that's what I see it too. Like, I see it more as a tool, but you know, it does have the potential to replace us. You know, like I said, we could get a Terminator future if we're not careful as human beings. Of course, this should be regulated. We should be careful of what we feed AI. But at the same time, I don't want to like purposely slow down the development of AI. So I'm sure you guys know about this, but Elon Musk at one point did push for the slowdown of like development for AI, but then he pushed back to that, but then he realized that there's no stopping it now. Everyone's doing it, and he himself is now in the game of AI as well. So yeah, it's happening. It's gonna happen. Yeah, we're just gonna have to see.
In smaller game dev teams, a rising amount of individual teams, or both? Yeah. Well, look at what's happened already with Unreal 5 and these other types of like easier to do game design softwares, and like how people.
Someone said in chat QA test. You guys can't see the chat because I'm covering it, but yeah, like if AI can do QA testing like better than humans can, that's actually a good thing. In fact, AI might actually be better at QA testing because you can run them 24/7. Like you can simulate a 24/7 QA team, and they're gonna find out all the bugs and shit. That would be so fucking cool.
People can like have AI and like these different tools help them write code. I think that's been good, because now you have even more people who are able to be creative and make games, and this is better for, again, the consumer. And that's what and this, I think, is the true essence of the idea that the customer is always right. Not, you know, Karen getting mad at a Starbucks employee or somebody getting upset about taking, you know, oh, I'm returning this after 3 years.
True.
It's a hot dog. You know? The problem is we still assume everybody needs a job. Yes. I think that's a massive problem. Terminator is going to start with AI being teabagged in game.
Finally, they're talking about the Terminator future.
It's 100% less creative. It's 100% less creative. Is AI fundamentally less creative?
No, it's
no,
not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't agree with that. I think that it's very weird for people to... It's so weird for people to make sweeping judgments like that whenever AI has only been in the public space for, like, what, 3 or 5 years?
Mhm.
Like, in the current form that it's in now, where people are using it and creating technology with it? I mean, what was video games 3 or 5 years into, like, its inception? Probably not very good.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Like, video games in the past, they were shit. A lot of video games in the past were shit. Like, people don't realize it because most people probably grew up now and, like, you know, they haven't seen how things have evolved in the past.
1 year? Yeah. I mean, it's very, very short period of time. AI has public, about 2 years. I was kind of using Microsoft Tay as like the benchmark, but I think that actually even happened more than 5 years ago. But you're right. It's like saying Unreal Engine makes you less creative. It just makes you better at games, not being less creative. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's like saying a director is less creative than a 3D designer because he has less hands-on work. I think there's a lot of ways that you can look at it. I'm a concept artist, and for us, AI can be useful for mass idea generation, but at the end of the day, you still need to handpick and paint over the design over what's generated. Yeah. And
Yeah, that's the thing. AI is a very useful tool. You have to look at it as a tool, a companion, basically. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, like, if the AI is a job, you know, if someone's like doing some sort of menial task that can be replaced with an AI, then I think that's better. Like, you're doing some very menial task that's just repetitive, and, you know, if a machine can do it better and more efficiently, then why not? It is what it is.
Good. Again, AI probably should be used as a tool rather than just like a one-to-one replacement.
Yep.
But I think this is going to be a very, very interesting few years with gaming.
Yep.
I'm going to link that. Right.
So, yeah, like, people, if you are alive, of course you're alive if you're watching this. Yeah, in our lifetime right now, we are pretty much in the experimental phase of AI. So it's gonna be really interesting. There's gonna be a lot of bad AI stuff for sure. That can't be avoided. A lot of bad shit is gonna come out. It's necessary for the good shit to come out. It is what it is, guys. And, you know, I'm very excited. Like I said,
right there. Again, it's a great video. Make sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it. The AI talk is the same one with the robots 50 years ago. Yeah, it's not really AI, but you're simply right that it's a tool. Yeah, that's why union organization legislation is important, to make sure that it's used appropriately and not a cheap attempt to replace actual talent.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Also, that's what I said. Like I said earlier, it has to be monitored at some point, to some degree. We have to, like, monitor it, that shit doesn't go bad, you know, at some degree.
I don't think that's... I think it's just a completely... Like, I don't know, man. I think it's just such a wrong-headed mindset.
So, yeah, basically what Asman is saying, you know, I don't think we need to be afraid that AI will replace us. And that's the same mindset that I have. Like, you shouldn't be afraid of AI replacing you, because if AI can replace your job, then... Because we expect AI to be doing, like, very menial tasks, right? The less important stuff. If your job is so basic that an AI can just replace you, then what the fuck are you doing with your life, man? You need to, like, get up, go learn some new things, go improve yourself. It is what it is.
I think it's such a bad mindset to put the responsibility on these companies to keep jobs on life support, rather than putting the responsibility on the government to keep their people from starving.
So that's another thing. The government, I guess I can agree with that. At some point, we have to create, like, this self-sustaining system where people without jobs are still able to have a roof over their head, clothes, food, and water, like basic amenities. We should be able to make a system like that, and I hope we can have that before AI becomes, you know, goes full blast. Because, I mean, even now, like, we have homeless people. I don't know, like the way I see it, it's really impossible. I think it's impossible to truly support everyone, especially in this time and age. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know like the specifics of it. I don't know. I don't have the numbers. I don't have the data to support whatever I'm saying right now, but I do hope we develop a self-sustaining system where we can feed the jobless people, but not like. But that's the thing. We can't just. Some people, you know, they become used to something and they just become lazy and they don't want to work anymore. I want to avoid that kind of future where people just depend on the government for everything. I don't want that. I personally do not have that mindset. Like I'm not going to expect the government, my parents, my friends, or whatever, or anything else in the world to like to be in charge of my future, my survival in the world. It's me. I count on myself. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I can to like survive and like, you know, improve in this world. I'm not gonna put that on anyone else. Like, I don't care. I don't need your help. I'm gonna do this on my own. If I do need your help, well, okay, then fine. I'll tell you when I need my help. But I will not expect anyone to save me. I'm gonna save myself.
Like, I think that's where people should look for responsibility. Like, stop looking for Warner Brothers to fucking be responsible for your job. It should be the government that's doing it. The government's what does your fucking roads. They do the schools. They do everything else. Why is it that somehow Warner Brothers is responsible for getting your job?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you feel bad for fucking horseshoe makers? Yeah, great example.
Horseshoe makers? I mean, don't we already have machines to make horseshoes? I don't know, but I can't say if I feel bad about them. I mean, I guess, but again, if it's something that's so basic, then, and again, this has been happening since the beginning of time. Like, machines have always replaced us humans.
Like, it just, the world changes, man.
Yep.
Governments are fucking useless. Oh, and companies are much better, right? Legislation is needed. You're agreeing with me? I know. I just like. I agree that legislation is needed. I just don't agree that the legislation is needed to force the companies to keep people's jobs on life support. I think the legislation is needed for the government to make sure that people are able to have a living wage even whenever they don't have employment. I think that we're moving towards a world where employment can no longer be a guarantee for adults.
Yep, that's true.
And it will become more that case every single year. And I think the longer that people deny it, the worse the transition is going to be.
That's true. That's true.
That's what I think. I could talk about this forever, but that's really what I think.
Yep, that's a W take right there. Let me skip this. Or I'm just gonna mute. So I totally agree with what Asman said right there. So yeah, I thought the video was gonna be more like that Black Mirror episode or Flocklights, but not really. So it's more about training data, right? What they mean by, you know, NPCs with your soul is using our training data. But, you know, in the future, we're going to go in that direction with the Flocklights and that Black Mirror episode. So yeah, my final thoughts. I love this. And I'm excited for this, especially in the gaming scene. It's going to be so fucking cool with like AIs, man, like fully advanced AIs. And I know there's like a lot of there's a lot of negatives to consider, but again, it's up to us to like see it through and to see that it doesn't happen. You know, the Terminator future. So yeah, that's it for now. That's it for this video. Make sure to give Asman a like and subscribe. Should I link both of this, or I'm just gonna link Asman's video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Otskuro.